I testify for the glory and honor of the Lord. The Lord in prophecy told me that he would allow a blessing to come to my home, and it would be a reason for great happiness and joy, since he would allow the arrival of a new baby. My husband and my 15-year-old daughter were very, very happy with the news. With the passing of time during my pregnancy, after 4 months, I started to have difficulties because I almost lost the baby. And then the doctors started to be very careful with my pregnancy, and they told me to be very cautious so that the baby wouldn't come. After a time, and I was almost 6 months pregnant, the threat of losing the baby had passed. But they started to run some tests, and the tests showed that the baby was deformed. The doctors were very surprised, and they said, we need to repeat this test to confirm this. And so the second set of tests showed the same thing, that the baby was deformed. The doctors got together, and they called me, and they asked me why I always came alone. So I said my husband was working. And I said, no, don't be worried. Tell me what's going on. So the doctor said, ma'am, your baby is deformed, and it's something that can't be corrected. The only thing you can do is end the pregnancy. And I said, no, doctor, I won't end the pregnancy. And he said, ma'am, it's a very obvious deformation, and it's something that will harm the baby's life and make your life and your loved ones' lives more difficult. And I said, no, I won't end the pregnancy. So they said that I had to sign documents to continue with my pregnancy, or sign them to end the pregnancy. But if I decided to continue with the pregnancy, then I would be a person who would be subsidized by the government, because I would have a special needs baby. But I said, no, I'm going to continue with my pregnancy. So I prayed to God to have mercy, because maybe we were sinning, or maybe we had offended him, and maybe our actions deserved these things. But he's God, and I would go obey his will. And I prayed to God, but I didn't want to share this news with my husband or my daughter, because they were so excited with this arrival of the baby. So during the day, I tried to be very calm. But at night, I would wake up. I would stay up crying and praying to God and asking him to have mercy, if he wanted to, because I was under his will. And so I had a dream where the Lord, in this dream, allowed the phone to ring. And I went to answer the phone, and a voice on the phone said, ma'am, turn on the television. I turned on the television, and a figure started to appear on the screen, but the person was giving his back to me, and this figure was turning around, and the voice on the phone said, you have to be like that woman. When I saw the face of the woman on the screen, it was Sister Louisa. And I said, Lord, she is a woman who's very strong and brave. Make me like that. Make me like her. And then the image disappeared, and that was the dream. So I prayed to God every day. But in my thoughts, I still imagined children that were deformed or special needs. It was something inevitable. And I said, Lord, I want to cling to your promise. I want to live for you, and I don't want to question you about anything. So in a Bible study, I was almost 8 months pregnant, and I attended this Bible study, and when the sister started to pray, I called out to God, and I said, he was my God, and I wouldn't reject him because of the situation. But if he wanted to have mercy and do a miracle and allow my baby to be born well, and healthy. And then I started to pray to God, and then I felt someone laying hands on me. At the end of the prayer, I said, oh, someone's laying hands on me. And I looked all around me, and all the brothers and sisters were praying to God like I was. And at that moment, I said, Lord, I know that you have done a miracle. I believe in you. And from this moment on, I believe that my baby is normal. Within 15 days before my daughter was born, they did an ultrasound on me. And then the doctor who's doing the ultrasound showed me, described the parts of my baby, and they told me my daughter was normal and she was in perfect condition. And today, my daughter is 8 years old. She's a normal girl. She's smart. My daughter is bright and loves the things of God. And I testify this for the honor and the glory of the Lord.